What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and we have Jay Norvell's response to what Shannon Sharpe said earlier today. Now, Shannon Sharpe went on First Take, and he spoke about Travis Hunter's injury, who's going to be out 3 weeks, by the way. But he said that, either you condone that type of dirty behavior or you coach it. And Jay Norvell took time to address that, which I'm glad he did, because if it wasn't his intent, he needs to get out in front of that. One of his players was getting threats on his life after that hit, which, there's no place for that in the game, when it leaves between the lines. Now, it's emotional because someone did get hurt, and it's a very dangerous play, might I add. Someone could get paralyzed or even worse when you do something like that. So tensions were high, but, we saw Travis Hunter was okay and that he was going to make a full recovery, so there's no need to want somebody taken up out of here. But if you didn't see the little piece of what Shannon said, I'm going to show you a little bit of what he said. I'm going to show you what Jay Norvell said, and then I'm going to show you Travis Hunter giving an update. Let's peep.
I thought both coaches should have got a grasp on this thing a lot sooner, because it started to spiral out of control. You had 17 penalties for Colorado State, 182 yards, and it ended up costing the game. And this is what I tell people all the time. Either you coach it or you condone it. Either you coach that type of play or you condone that type of play.
I want to address one other thing. I know there was a play in the game there where one of their kids got hurt, and I reviewed the play. It's a play that happens sometimes. When you throw a deep ball and you got a guy playing middle safety, he's got to react on the boundary and he's going full speed. It was a bang-bang type of a play, and the officials looked at it. We looked at it. It's certainly not something that we teach or coach. It happens in football sometimes. And so there seems to have been a lot of attention about that play, but it's a play that happens. And, I also have to say this. I've been doing this, been a part of college football for 40 years. There's been a lot of changes. I'm really concerned about some of the trends that are going on in college football right now and the reaction that people have to the players on the field. And, we had a result after the game, actually during the game. We had a player get death threats and his family get death threats and their address be posted all over Instagram and social media. And I just don't think those kind of things have any place in college football. And I hope there can be some accountability in that type of behavior. And I'm very concerned for our kids. These are 18 to 22-year-old kids. They play college football. I know a lot of people get excited about that, but there's really no place for that in athletics and in sports. And so I hope everybody's healthy and that Travis gets healthy and gets back out there. But we certainly don't want to see anybody get hurt. And I do want to mention that there's some ugly elements that surround sports sometimes, and I think this is an example of that. And I want to make sure that our kids are all safe and that kids everywhere that we play against are safe.
It's football, though. At the end of the day, stuff like that's gonna happen. So I just stay humble. I mean, hey, he did what he was supposed to do. It's football. Something bad's gonna happen on the field sooner or later. We just gotta get up and fight again. That's what I try to do. Get up and fight. Good thing the doctors stopped me, because if there was no doctors there, I would have still been out there playing. But I'm thankful for everybody that helped me that day. Yeah, boy, it's gonna be a speedy recovery.
So Jay Norvell saying that that's a play that happens. I don't think that's the best choice of words, because the play wasn't clean at all. But I feel like Travis Hunter coming behind him saying, it's football and that happens, kind of might make it a little bit okay that he said that. If that makes sense. Now, if Travis would have went at him tough about it, then people be on his head even more, because you don't supposed to say that type of play just happens, because that might lead someone to think that you okay with a dirty play. He lined them up, and he didn't even address Kamara's play. But some of the positives they can take from this game is that they competed against a top 20 team at a very high level. It took an overtime for them to get the victory. And if they show up with that same focus, that intent, that purpose every week, I feel like they can start to turn the corner as a program. Travis Hunter, at least 3 weeks going to be out. I hate that for the young man because, see, that takes away his ability to win the Heisman, man. So when you do things like that, you're hurting a player way more than just, your game. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting them week to week and some of the things that they've worked their life for to achieve. Now, yeah, you can get hit at any point in a football game on a clean play and suffer a similar or worse fate. But lining them up after the ball has hit the ground and you see, like, you have a chance to get out the way and you still lean into it, I think that's a punk move. So while I don't agree with the threats on the young man's life, he has to know what comes with the territory. When you start making dirty plays, you have to know with that territory comes some backlash. And what you can't control is the type of backlash or vitriol you may get from fans or family members or whoever. I don't know, man. I'm kind of interested to see what Prime going to say about this, but you could tell he was addressing Shannon Sharpe because he said he doesn't coach that. And that's what Shannon Sharpe was saying. He said either you coach it or condone it just a few hours ago. So those comments was fresh on his mind, and he had to return fire back to old Shay. So I'm interested to see what Shay going to say and Deion going to say. And they probably going to talk about it on the phone as close as they are. But, yeah, man, Coach Prime, they're going into the next week. Dan Lanning has also made some comments. Check out my video on that. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.